In this video, I'm going to be talking about the very brief history of animation and how it links to social studies. Firstly, what is animation? It's basically an optical illusion. When images are played at a certain speed, humans interpret it as motion. The human visual system can see 10 to 20 images per second and perceive them individually, while anything from 30 to 60 frames per second is comprehended as motion. Frames per second, also known as FPS, is a way of measuring the amount of frames or images a person's eye can see and comprehend. They're the amount of still images that make up a second in moving video. I think that's pretty cool. The very first form of animation was cave paintings, where creatures have been drawn with multiple limbs to imitate motion. The first traditional animation is called phantasmagorie, made in 1908. And the first fully computer-generated or digital animation was Toy Story, released only in 1995. It was also the first feature film from Pixar. Most animations nowadays are created digitally, with rigging and puppets and stuff, as it takes much less effort than individually drawing a character every single frame. With rigging, you basically make a little skeleton for the character, which is set up to move at joints and stuff like that. This can be done in 2D, 3D, and also in stop motion with films like Coraline. Then the rest of the character is layered over top. Creating these puppets is an entire job before they're then passed over to the animators. There are also a bunch of cool old animation devices, a few being the thaumatrope, the phenakistoscope, the praxinoscope, and the zoetrope. Thaumatropes have a relatively simple design. 2 images on each side of a disc get spun real fast and blur together. Phenakistoscopes are basically a circle that spins on a rod with heaps of little slits cut in a bunch of frames. You spin it while looking through the slits at a reflection in a mirror and it shows a smooth animation. Praxinoscopes and zoetropes are basically just the same thing in different layouts as shown here. Alongside animated films, digital animation is used to create simulations, video games, advertisements, and heaps of other cool things. But how does this link to social studies? As well as being a form of entertainment, animations can also be used as a voice for people. When words aren't enough, people or businesses can use animation as a way to promote things or voice concerns to make change.